This is a little tutorial to get you started with Google Draw. So in Google Classroom, if you will go to the classwork page, the bottom of that list is guided shape practice. And when you open that, it is going to look like this. This is a Google Draw canvas. The canvas is this part with the gray and white checks in the back. You can draw here on the canvas. You can also draw in this gray area. This is called your workspace. You'll also notice up at the top, just like all programs, we have a title up here. Yours should have your name up here. And then just below that, we have our menu bar, and below that, your toolbar. And this toolbar is going to change as we start to do things on our canvas. So the first thing we want to do is start drawing. So come here to your toolbar. This is your shapes icon. And when you click on that icon, you're going to have a several different options for choosing a drawing palette. A palette is just like your all the different shapes and stuff that you can do. So so right here, I'm going to go to this shapes palette, and you'll notice that you have a lot of different options for shapes. So bring your mouse over here to the cloud. Don't click yet, because I want to talk to you about that for just a second. If you double click right now, the program will insert a cloud for you, but you will have no control over the size of the cloud or the location of the cloud. So what I suggest you do is what I call a manual draw. So to draw it manually, you're going to click one time. So click one time, your palette will disappear, but you'll have this black plus sign on your canvas. That is your drawing tool. So to draw, you're going to go ahead and click and hold down and drag. And as you drag, you draw a cloud. You can make it really big. You can make it skinny. You can make it a little tiny puffy cloud. And don't so much worry about the location of it. Worry about kind of the size and the shape. And this is about the size or shape I want. So I am going to let go of my mouse. Ta-da, we have a cloud. So let's go ahead and move that cloud. If you bring your mouse over the top of the cloud, you see four-way arrow. That is your moving tool. So I'm going to click and drag that cloud over here to the right. Now notice that once we draw a cloud, it has this, or any shape, it has this blue line around it with these boxes in the corners. That means that this shape is selected, and you must have the shape selected if you're going to do anything to it, like change the color, change, the size, whatever. So make sure that your cloud is selected. And then notice right here on your toolbar how many more options you have. And these are all the different things we can do with our shape. So the first thing we want to do, let's go ahead and change this color. So you should have a paint bucket right here. Go ahead and choose like a stormy cloud color, but not black. Do not choose black. So I'm going to choose kind of a gray color. There you go. And then let's mess with this outline. Do you see the black outline around the cloud? That is the very, that is this, well, let's start here with border color. So click border color. And with this, you could change the color of the border. Let's leave it black for right now. This next one is the border weight, which is the thickness of the border. So let's change that to 12. Notice how that really changes the feel of the picture. It makes it look more like comic book. Let me click on that again, change it to about 8. And you can see how it really changes kind of the message that you're giving with your drawing just by changing the thickness of the line around it. So let me show you how to get rid of the line. So let's go back to this border color tool and just choose transparent, and then that line will be gone. Okay, so that is how you guys draw a shape, color a shape, move a shape, and change the line color and the line thickness. So let's draw another shape. So we're going to go back to the shapes palette. And let's choose a lightning this time. Now remember, we're going to click only one time. So click one time, then come into the middle of your cloud, click and drag, and draw a lightning. Okay. Now, I don't really like the shape of my lightning very well, so I want to change that. I'm going to come over this corner box right here. This is called a sizing handle, and you'll notice when I come over the sizing handle that I get a two-way white arrow, and I can use that to change the look of my shape. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and color that shape a lightning color. For me, that's going to mean like a gold. And I'm going to take the border off of this one as well. There we go. And move it just a little bit. Okay, so that's pretty good. So the way our shape looks now, we have lightning in front of a cloud. And what I would really prefer is to have the cloud in front of the lightning. So I'm going to click on the cloud to select it. And then we're going to go up here to the menu bar. So find the Arrange menu. We're going to go to Order. And you can see we have two options, Bring to Front or Bring Forward. Bring forward means to move that shape forward by one layer. So to be like in the lunch line, if I said you can move forward one space and you just stepped in front of the kid in front of you, okay? This option where it says bring to front, that will bring the shape in front of everything else that's on the page. So in the lunch line, if I said come to the front of the line, you would get to go to the very, very beginning. So go ahead and click bring to front. There you go. Now we have a much more convincing picture of lightning. All right, so now we have our cute little cloud and our lightning. But what if we wanted our lightning to be pointed in the other direction? So let's say we wanted our lightning to be pointed over here. So you can see on the top of every shape, when you click on it, you have this little circle handle at the top. That's called a rotation handle. When I come over the rotation handle, I click and hold down. I can swing things from side to side, okay? But it doesn't allow me to flip, okay? So basically for my lightning, I would have to flip it because if I rotate it, it's just going to turn it upside down, and that's not at all what I'm looking for, okay? So I am going to use another option on my menu bar. So make sure that your lightning is selected. Go to Arrange. This time we're going to slide down to Rotate. And you can see that we have 4 rotation options here. So when you're trying to draw and you're not sure which of these rotation options to use, you can actually just try them. And if it doesn't work, then you can undo, okay? So you can see, oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. So I'm just going to undo, which is this icon right here. Now I'm going to go back to Arrange, Rotate, and I actually want a horizontal flip. There we go. Now I can see my lightning hanging out the back end of my cloud. So I'm just going to move this over a little bit. There you go. So now we have flipped our lightning so that it goes in a different direction. Okay, I'm just going to fix that a little bit. There, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so let's see what you've learned. You can draw a shape, you can color a shape, you know how to change the border color, the border thickness, you know how to arrange the shapes from forward to backwards, and you know how to flip and rotate a shape. We also changed the location of a shape, so you know how to move it, and you know how to change the size using the handles on the corner. So you're doing a great job. Watch the next video for more excitement with Google Draw.